Okay, question 5. You are given a formula. Hey, so fast, you all start talking already. Cannot pay attention.
Oh my god, imagine you lie down. Breathe.
No, they are just cleaning something. And not like. Let's say it's my lifesaver.
Yeah, he literally.
How? Can we start?
Yes. Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, question 5. In the formula, b square equals to 2 square plus
No, what is that?
3a.
Wow.
Just like when you are given a sentence, you write it into mathematical symbol. Strings of mathematical symbol is also like telling you something, just like English sentence. Okay? So when we see all these lines, when there's an equal sign, this thing is an equation. And what does equal sign means? Equal sign means the left hand side is the same as the right hand side. Okay? By now, you should be able to read or understand what mathematical symbols means already. All these equal signs, okay? So this is an equation. The left hand side is the same as the right hand side. B, an unknown number, is being squared. U, an unknown number, is being squared, and then it is added to 3 times of A. Okay? When you see this, you must know already what is the relationship between all these symbols and numbers. Then they want you to find the positive value of B when U is -3. Okay, so at first you don't know what is U, what is A. You just know that all these things are related by this equation. But now they tell you the value of U is -3, the value of A is +2. So we will need to put these values into the equation. Now that we know U is -3. So when we are substituting or putting these values in, I told you already, everything don't change. B squared is still B squared, equals is equals. U is B squared, so I replace U with a bracket. U is -3, so put your -3 inside. U is being squared, so this bracket is being squared. Plus is still plus, no change. 3 is still 3. A, now we know A is 2, we replace A with a bracket and put the 2 inside. So what this line means is still exactly the same as this line. Just that now we know U is -3. We know A is 2. Okay? Equation. So simple. So next line, we are saying that B square is actually equals to -3 square already. -3, the whole thing square means -3 multiplied by itself. Negative times negative becomes positive. 3 times 3 becomes 9. So -3 after being squared is 9. Plus 3 times 2. Multiplication comes before the plus, so we have to multiply first. 3 times 2 is 6. B squared is 15. The meaning of square is what thing multiplied by itself. So I want B instead of B because this is an equal sign, whatever I do here, I do the same thing. If I square root b square, it will become b. Okay? 3 square is 9. The square root of 9 is 3 because 9 is 3 times 3. When we are finding square root, we are finding what multiplied by itself is equals to 9. Okay? So it's the same. If I want to square root some number, it is the same as when I square root the 3 square, the square and the square root will cancel out each other and then it will disappear. Okay? So square root of 3 square is 3. They cancel out each other. The name already tell you square and square root. Okay? They are the reverse of each other. 4 square is 16. Means that square root of 16 is 4. 4 square root of 4 square is 4. Okay? Square root in the first place is the reverse of square root. What multiplied by itself will make it the number. So square root is actually finding what multiplied by itself will give you the number. So square root of square is to cancel out the square. So if I want b, I know that b square is 15. To find out what is b, if I just look at the left hand side, b square, I want to know what is b, I have to take square root of b square so that my left hand side will become b. Okay? Here. Why negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9? Okay, because by convention in mathematics, if I have a number negative 4 square, what this means, okay, it is worldwide accepted. They have set this as the meaning of negative 4 square means the square is only for the 4. Meaning, what this means is actually negative of 4 times 4 equals to negative of 16. Okay, this is they set the standard. As long as you don't put a bracket, the square only belongs to the 4. So even if you key this into your calculator will tell you the answer is minus 16. Okay? But when we have, let's say now I tell you, I want to find a times a. I want to find a times a. Okay? But the value of a is negative 1. Negative 1. So I actually want you to find what is negative 1 times negative 1. If I want to find what is negative 1 times negative 1, the whole of negative 1 is being squared. Negative 1 times negative 1, negative times negative is equals to positive 1. So what we mean by a times a is actually a squared. And when I replace a, I have to replace a with a bracket because a is this whole thing. If I don't put the bracket, I just put negative 1 I may be thinking that these two are the same. I am still taking negative 1 squared. But when you write this down, everyone who knows mathematics, including the calculator, will think that what you are writing is actually negative 1, negative of 1 times 1. Okay? Which is not what you want. What you want is A times A. And each of A is negative 1. A squared is A times A. Each of the A is negative 1. So it's negative 1 times negative 1.
Sure.
Huh? Don't understand. Which part don't you understand?
And from this part, I already don't understand already. Like you V2 must equal 15. Now you after you write a V, then the behind I don't understand already.
Okay, this one later. But what Akshay don't understand is why when we substitute we need to put bracket.
So you will know which belongs to which one.
Okay. Let's try another example. Let's say I want to find what is 3A minus B. Okay? At first, I don't know what is A and B. But now I tell you, A is 1, B is negative 2. Actually, you ask, you don't understand, then now I will try to explain that you don't want to listen. Huh? Not yet. Okay? For example, 3A minus B. At first, you don't know what is A, what is B. But after that, I tell you A is 1B equals to negative 2. So how do you do the substitution? You have to put the value of A inside. So this is 3 times 1. This is minus B. So one way, if you don't put your bracket, is you know this is 1, this is 3, this is 3 times A, so you want a 3 times 1. You don't put bracket, you can write this. Minus negative 2. Okay? To prevent us from making any mistake, we add, if you just think minus negative 2, you may end up writing just minus 2 when B is negative 2. Okay? But B itself is already minus 2. This minus belongs to here. My 2 now become B is a positive 2 instead of a negative 2. Okay? So when I substitute, I just make it as simple as possible. Just learn one way enough already. Everything else won't change. A is 1, I replace A with a bracket and put the 1 inside. Minus, I'm not changing minus. I'm not substituting minus, so I still keep the minus. B, I replace with a bracket and then put the value of B, which is now negative 2 inside. Like that, you will never be wrong. You will always be correct. Okay? You don't need to go and work in your mind. Minus negative 2, is it plus 2 or minus 2? You just copy this down first. Then after that, then you go and expand. 3 times 1 is 3. Minus negative 2. Minus minus becomes positive. Then you will be able to get your correct answer. So, substituting with a bracket is to help yourself, prevent you from making careless mistakes. Do you understand what we are doing when we substitute? No, I mean going back to the very basic. What is substitution? No. talking and never listen during lesson. See that? Okay. Then let us retract a bit. Maybe some of you also don't know, but you never ask. Now Akshay asked, then we go back a bit. Okay. Algebra is using a symbol to represent some numbers. Correct? If it can be any symbol. I can have 3 star plus 2 apple. This is an algebraic expression. I don't know, this end up will be a number. Star can be some number. Apple can mean some number. So, and now you're looking away again. Okay? So what this means is there are 3 of this and 2 of this. So in the end, all together, what is the value of all this? Okay? This is what algebra is. Using symbol to represent some numbers that you don't know yet. Wow, you look totally lost actually. Okay? So at first, this means these there are 3 stars and 2 apples. Okay? So now, whenever there is nothing in between, it is actually a multiplication, which is why it ends up to be 3 stars plus 2 apples. Altogether, there are 3 stars and 2 apples. So, at first I don't know what is star, but after that, if I tell you, each star represents 3. Each apple is actually a short form of the number 5.